Hello again everyone, Saki here, and welcome back to another season here in NASCAR Racing 2003 season with as many of the 2021 cars that we could find. We have Brad Keselowski in new colors there right in front of us, Martin Truex Jr. with a new sponsor. We have Alex Bowman there in the 48. I'll do my best not to call him Johnson as we proceed through the year. But if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe because myself and Brandon back here are going to run the entire Cup Series schedule and keep championship points tallied up. But today, we are non-points racing at the Busch Clash, getting a feel for what the Daytona road course is going to be. And this is a brand new Daytona road course track that we found just a few days ago. Very different from the winter testing track that you may have seen in my video back in November or early December when we took a look at the new road courses coming this season. Should be a fun series, but we're just having some fun today with 7 laps at the Daytona road course. We're starting behind Truex there, waiting for the green flag to fly, and there we go, green flag is out. On the gas, right behind Martin Truex Jr., we're going to stay in line, push him up as best we can, and get ready to get into turn number 1. And this is a very high-speed entry and really loose corner. Pretty flat, so you carry a lot of speed, and with these 3,600-pound stock cars, it's tough to get it slowed down and turned in. We might be able to get a run, so we got to run on Chase. There's Brandon looking to our right in that 27 Wrecking and Racing Podcast Toyota into Newman just a little bit in front of us. That will help us get around Flying Ryan there and through the International Horseshoe, and nice and easy entry. So single filed out, and this is what I expect the race to actually be, is a single file for the most part, except in the braking zones. Bowman, come on, man. So Alex Bowman, not afraid to show us the bumper, and there's Chase Elliott right there beside him, his Hendrick teammate giving us all we can handle. So, okay, things are a little bit tinny here on lap number 1. And it is a long lap. It takes 2 minutes to get around this thing. So we're looking at about 14 minutes of green flag racing if we stay green. And as you can see, everyone is pretty much single filing out. With the Daytona road course, you lose a lot of time if you don't get the exit before these big banking sections exactly right, especially here in the bus stop as well. We'll early brake just a little bit so we don't overshoot. Brandon charges that corner well, tracking down that 41 of Cole Custer, and it looks like Matt DiBenedetto is in front of him. Then we got Harvick and Logano and Eric Almirola. Now, one car that is actually in the Clash this year that was just recently announced after filming was Ty Dillon is racing the 23 for 2311 Motorsports. So unfortunately, that was announced too late for him to be a part of this particular race. So, you know, good luck to Ty, but he is not in this race. But we definitely are making the move on Custer. It looks like they struggled through that little kink section. So if we can get through the kink well, we might be able to make up some time. Brandon's clawing his way under DiBenedetto, looking under Kevin Harvick. Harvick chops the door just a little bit, following Joey Logano and Eric Almirola through. Ooh, clipping that curb just a bit, but we've got the power down. And I think that's where we really make up good ground, is on corner exit. Brandon shoving his way around Kevin Harvick. But you know what? It's not for points. Let's go for that win. Good momentum on the outside, clearing the 21 and through this little kink here. And this point in the last lap is where old Alex Bowman decided to, whoa, DiBenedetto! Oh, okay. Well, we saved it. DiBenedetto forced his way in there, and I am not too happy about that. So, hey, Matt, pit maneuver is approved. Goodbye, good sir. Yeah, normally I don't drive like that, but for crying out loud, he nearly turned us around, and I'm not going to take it. It'll be quite different during the Daytona 500, of course. If you do something like that in the 500, you're going to take about 20 cars with you. And, you know, ask Dale Jr. about such things as those. But good exit through here. We can try to sniff the draft off of Brandon. If we can get through the bus stop a little bit quicker than Logano and Almirola, that will set us up well through the banking all the way to the kink. And I think the kink is where I make up the most time on these guys. Made up a little bit of time there in the bus stop. sniffing that draft just a little bit. And even though it is the road course section, getting a draft around this banking is huge for forward momentum. Scrape the wall a bit, but get it slowed down in as straight as line as possible. Don't hit those turtles. Brandon spins the rear tires just a little bit, trying to get that power down. So Blaney is out front, followed by Kyle Busch, and it looks like Austin Dillon running in third, Denny Hamlin fourth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. fifth. And that's one of the things that we're going to do between episodes, is modify their ratings just a skosh. Not to dog on Stenhouse, but I don't think he would be battling up front, and I believe Chase Elliott would be much, much stronger than he currently is now. So the rating should be all set for the real Daytona road course race after the 500. Good power there, using all of the racetrack. Brandon hunting down Joey Logano, and no one is behind us going into this right-hander, so we shouldn't be uprooted out of the way. Brandon carried a lot of speed in there, locking up the tire just a little bit. Now, we're not planning on pitting. We're running 3X tire and fuel use, so any slide of these tires is amplified by 3 times. So we definitely do not want to lock up the tires or flat spot them in any way. And a good run there, and with them running side by side like that, Almirola on Kurt Busch, that may help reel them in, especially if Logano looks to the inside of Almirola there. We'll try to carry as much speed as we can into the bus stop, and water temperature is starting to peak. We'll keep an eye on that temperature. It does drop back into the safe range. Whoa, Brandon is sliding through the bus stop. Yellow flag is out. So we'll take the caution. Brandon should get it looped back around, and I think there was enough gap between us and the cars behind that Brandon won't lose too many spots. But with this yellow flag, I believe we'll be set up for a green-white checker approach. We'll see if we can get to Logano, but it's not that big of a deal. But one thing this really does is bring back the leaders to us. We'll be doing single file restarts because, 2K3. But, everyone will be pretty much nose to tail on the restart, and that may help us get a jump into this turn 1. So we will ride this caution out, save as much fuel as we can, and I'll see you for the green-white checker. All right, everyone, restarting 10th with 2 laps to go. And let's see if we can have some fun here, see if we can get the jump on some of these guys, get some out-braking done. It's going to be crazy for sure. Waiting for that green flag to come out. There we go, on our horse. Right in line, and let's see if we can get under Joey Logano. That would probably be a penalty in most places, but it's 2K3 season. We'll get under Almirola and Kurt Busch here. Maybe go 3 wide under Reddick as well. Ooh, that is tight quarters. I'll have to roll out of that and give him the space. Ooh, Hamlin fighting up there. Slips just a little bit. Brandon fighting through there. Looks like he was 3 wide back there with Almirola and Dillon. but we are up to 5th now, it looks like, past a lot of cars in turn 1. So look for that if there's a late race restart in the actual clash. A lot of people trying to get to the bottom to make some moves. One thing we have to be really careful of is if Hamlin decides to go that inside, driving in really hard, locking up the tires just a bit to make sure we don't get hit. And we made up half of what we needed to in a quarter lap, so can't argue with that. Let's see if we can get a run through this banking and get into the bus stop well. We have a sniff off of Reddick and Kyle Busch as well. If they can keep us in tow, we'll be all set to get into the bus stop and then through. And I believe going into the kink after turn 4 is going to be the big passing opportunity for me. Hamlin falling back, so no pressure from behind, getting a big pull off Reddick. Let's look to the inside and see what we've got here. Yeah, I'm not going to pressure him too much. We'll drive this as straight as possible, try to get a straight launch. Lay down the rubber a bit, carry that speed up to 3rd. And yeah, with those guys kind of looking side by side, Stenhouse looks high. We'll make up a little bit of ground there up into 4th. Hard charging up here, coming to the white flag through the kink. And we've got one more lap to get it done, but it is a long 2-minute lap. It's, whoa, come on, Kyle. Kyle tried to come up, but we gave him some room. He kept it under it. We stay green. Let's see if we can make a move going into turn 1 here. This will be prime passing opportunity on Kyle at least. Really unsecure, bouncing around like crazy. We made it stick though. I wouldn't want to do that every single lap of this race, but we keep Stenhouse to the right. He rolled out, and now we are in 2nd place with most of the lap to go. Really driving hard, sliding the tires, getting everything we can out of it. This is for the beans. Come back for a trophy or nothing at all, really. As long as we maintain pace behind Blaney and are good behind him for the oval section, we'll be able to make a move. I kind of want to stay right behind him until we get toward the kink and make the pass there, because that's where I'm feeling really strong. We just don't want to lose any time here. Blaney gave us the bottom. We'll look. Can't quite get the power down enough, but we are within striking distance and no one behind. Yeah, the temperature's coming back, so it's a good thing we ran as tall a gear as possible to keep that temperature down. And slingshot, let's go. You don't really get to see the slingshot around Daytona anymore. Hard braking into 3 if we drive it straight. Blaney's right there. Good exit off of 2. One more kink to go. And it's certainly not over until it's over. I could definitely botch this up. It's a high risk, high reward situation. Threshold braking deep in as far as we can here. Nice and stable. Double downshift in a straight line. Don't hit those turtles. They will really throw the car around, and Blaney couldn't get the power down. We'll take the clash. So it's not for points. Not really for anything, but a nice testing session is complete, and we will take the checkered flag here in the clash. Let's take a look at your top 10. So Ryan Blaney will be in 2nd. Brandon finishes in 3rd. Good run for Brandon. 4th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 5th, Kyle Busch. 6th place, Tyler Reddick. 7th place, Denny Hamlin. Looks like 8th place will be Ty Dillon. 9th place will be Joey Logano. And rounding out your top 10 is Kurt Busch. One thing I really wanted to see was those crazy hairpin turns when we were fighting, who are we fighting with? It was Bowman, and then it was, yeah, it was Bowman, and who else was it? Was it here that we got out of shape? No, okay, so we made it through lap 1, okay. So it'd be lap 2 when we got really turned. Yeah, De Benedetto really turned us like crazy. There went Harvick. So maybe the one on lap 1 felt a lot worse in the car than it actually was. But there we go. Turn, 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 turn. Tokyo drift and got it right back under us. That was crazy. What does the other TV angle look like? Does it Is it better for us? Going in, there's the punt, and yep. Whew. I tell you, the grip in the car had a lot to do with that for sure. Glad De Benedetto sort of pushed us back around, and bye De Benedetto. Yeah, all's well that ends well, I suppose. But that will do it for the Clash, everyone. Stay tuned this season. We're running the whole 36 race point schedule as well as the All-Star race. So should be pretty fun. I hope you'll tune in all year through November. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you for the Daytona 500. Take care.